That's not what it is about. And that's not who we are. Maybe we should concentrate on who we are next. So let's talk a little bit about who we are. Who are we? Well, I think we're a group of people that are tired of being told that we're not smart enough, not educated enough, not big enough to understand. Booker T. Washington in Up From Slavery said, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed." Content of our character. We're a group of people that we don't believe that George W. Bush blew up the World Trade Center or the levees in Louisiana. I don't believe that Barack Obama blew up the oil rig either. But many White House advisors do believe that about George W. Bush. We don't believe in conspiracy theories. I think man landed on the moon, not in a movie set. And thank God we don't need those conspiracy theories, because the labor unions, the far left Soros think tanks, and this administration officials tell us exactly what they're going to do every time.
Workers of the world unite. It's not just a slogan anymore. It's a way we're going to have to do our work.
It is extremely important that we, in this new ownership of global governance, have, particularly on both sides of the Atlantic, the implementation of the same rules in the same fashion.
Global government. It's not a conspiracy. We're a group of people that believe in our military. Not once have I ever called them baby killers. Not once have I marched against them. Not once does anybody I know tried Navy SEALs on trumped-up charges. We're a group of people that mourned and not just mentioned the events at Fort Hood. We don't jump to race. We jump to fact. We believe in our police force. We believe in our military. None of the networks are showing you who's responsible for the real violence this weekend. Again, not from Tea Party members. No. This weekend, it was again from the left. Here, an illegal immigrant rally was happening. An organizer assaults a photographer. Then he calls for the police. Here it is.
Police officer! Police officer!
In California, anarchists tore through the downtown area this weekend. We showed you a little bit of this video. I mean, it doesn't sound like Tea Party rhetoric to me, does it? And last weekend, Arizona police were attacked with bottles. Great. Then this happened this weekend. A sheriff in Arizona had been shot by a drug runner. And yet the cries of racism on the border still raged on with the coordination of union money. And that's when I said, I think I've had enough. They're no longer just saying that you're a racist or I'm a racist. I got it. But now they're attacking our police officers, the people who protect our children every day. Let me tell you about one of these racist police officers in Phoenix. A little 5-year-old girl who had been playing with her sisters outside last Christmas was kidnapped on the playground of her parents' apartment complex while playing with her 2 sisters. The next day, Officer Mike Burns, racist, spotted a truck that matched the description of the perpetrator's vehicle. The truck sped off. Officer Burns gave chase, knowing that if he let it out of his sight, they'll never see the little girl alive again. Thanks to his efforts, 10 minutes later, the police subdued the suspect and the 5-year-old girl was rescued. Is that the same police? Is this the same kind of guy that's now going to stop people just based on the color of their skin? Our police go through incredible sacrifice to protect and serve. There are bad people sometimes in police forces. There are bad people in every business. There's bad people in everything. There's no bad people in Washington. But these are the people in our neighborhoods, on our streets, on our borders, on the front lines every day. Do you put a bulletproof vest on? I don't, but they do. If we don't stand up for our cops, who's going to stand up for us to protect us when we need it? Our cops are being called racist now. The individuals that stand up for us, if they are racist, we should find those people and get them off the force. But I don't think that's the majority of police officers. Do you? The people that we have making laws and unions and these revolutionaries from the 60s. They're the people that called our police officers pigs in the 1960s. I've always trusted them. I've always liked them. They're the people that have contempt for our Secret Service or tell our military that they don't want uniforms around the White House. In the end, if we don't wake our neighbors up and stand by our police officers and our military, the only thing between us and government and a media that cannot be trusted to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, is going to be whom exactly? We must let our police and our military know who we are while educating our neighbors on the pictures, where's that book? On the pictures of our future. So everyone knows, everybody knows exactly what a AstroTurf rally really looks like, who they are, who the guys are that are behind the truck bombs and the Molotov cocktails over in Europe and why they're doing it. We're not the people the media and the politicians are trying to make us out to be. We're Americans. And we don't like a big government. We like a limited government. We like the Constitution. I'll show you the difference next. Thank you so much for joining me every night. We have a great week coming up for you. We did Samuel Adams on last Friday. We do George Washington this coming Friday. We also have legal immigrants going to be here for a full hour to talk about how they feel about illegals. That is on Thursday. And tomorrow, more on Crime, Inc. You don't want to miss a single episode this week. All right, the conversation that America should be having right now, and this, please get this out as many people as you can. We need to have the conversation of small government versus big government. That's the argument. Progressives have worked in the cover of darkness for decades to infiltrate and to cover and to, they're chameleons, and then grow the size of government. Now they sense opportunity. This is it. This is the closing chapter. They're now talking openly about the wonders of big government and how big government is a solution to all of our problems. And the vehicle being used to get there is crisis. The president had this to say over the weekend at the University of Michigan.
What troubles me is when I hear people say that all of government is inherently bad. When our government is spoken of as some menacing, threatening, foreign entity, it ignores the fact that in our democracy, government is us. Government is the roads you drove in on and the speed limits that kept you safe.
That's not government. That's not government. First of all, George Washington, Mr. President, said that government is a necessary evil. I have never said that all government is inherently bad. I don't know anybody who does, except anarchists. I've never heard a Tea Party member say, we've got to get rid of government. Never, never. Anarchists. They are anti-government, anarchists. Government, military, the roads, the speed limits, all of a sudden, those are the things that we expect from our government. But the government shouldn't be regulating my Dorito intake or how many miles I can drive or what I can be taxed on how far I drive. Regular schlubs aren't taking time out of their busy days to protest because we suddenly decided, oh, I hate the military and speed limits. That doesn't even make any sense. The average person now sees that government is getting out of control, and Americans don't like that. They also see that America is now going bankrupt because of this giant government and the policies that our government is doing, just like Greece. And so what are they doing? The American thing, and they're speaking out. In America, you need to keep doing that because our current president feels the exact opposite is true.
Well, we've also clearly seen the dangers of too little government. Like when a lack of accountability on Wall Street nearly leads to the collapse of our entire economy.
Really?